Are you in despair?
About or just overall?
That's a really hard question, but I feel like
No, I really don't think I am.
Wrong answer. You totally are.
sometimes yeah and sometimes not, because there are times in your life when you feel like nothing's going right and you just have no hope. But then there are also times when you're surrounded by people you love and you just do things which make you happy and you feel like things are going your way finally. So yeah, I would say that sometimes I am in despair, but I wouldn't say that I'm hopeless throughout. Like it's just like 25 is to 75%.
Wrong.
No, that's not. What?
You are always in despair.
Really?
Yes.
Why? That's not a very nice thing to think about.
Well, if you don't know that you're in despair, you are certainly in the greatest despair of all.
Okay then, sock puppet.
Poor girl. Despair is the highest form of doubt.
Doubting what? Doubting our institutions, doubting ourselves, doubting the existence of God, doubting the existence of ourselves, of our norms, everything?
Doubt in everything would be the answer to that question, which you asked so eloquently. Are you anxious about your own freedom?
Well, freedom calls into agency, and while yes, we often are under the illusion that we make choices, I mean, do we really make choices? These are roads that are laid out before us, and yet we seem to take a path. We seem to walk along our own desires, but we truly do not.
I'm not sure what the question means. Am I anxious about losing it? Am I anxious about exercising it?
Well, think about it. You have all these choices that you can make, but you can only pick one. Think about all the other lives you could be living.
I think it makes it really simple that I can only pick one. So I suppose the answer is no, I'm not anxious.
Poor boy. So anxious and he doesn't even know it. Have you ever heard of the commandment, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself? Well, what do you think it means?
That you should love your neighbors and you should help people around you. I don't know.
Well, why do you think we should help people?
I feel like just basic altruistic behavior is important and it makes you a better person. And
I think it means to be nice to one's neighbor,
But why?
to make your life easier.
But why? Why should life be easy?
It's better that way.
Do you really feel like the best days in life are those that come easily?
No, which is why you should make as much of life easy as you can, right? Like your relationship with your neighbor and friends and things.
So, how does that become good?
Easy is good.
should you not help people? If you're walking on the road and if you see somebody injured, then wouldn't that be just basic human tendencies to go and help that person if you can see that he's hurt and even if he's not calling out for your help? This is just something which people do and people should do.
How do you sleep at night?
What do you mean?
Well, don't you lie wide awake thinking about death? Thinking about how every night when you go to sleep, it could be the last time you ever think about anything because you could die in your sleep?
Okay, thank you for putting that thought in my head now. But no, before this, I never thought about this. I do lie awake thinking about my work sometimes, but no, I don't lie awake thinking about my death. And now, thanks to you, Sock Puppet, I'm gonna start that now from today. Thank you.
Why, you're welcome. I always look to encourage philosophical activity in my peers.
Philosophical activities equivalent to lying awake thinking about death?
Well, that's one of them.
Okay, then that's beautiful. Glad I'm not doing philosophy.
I think I just tire myself out until it comes naturally.
We should be friends. Have you ever loved anyone?
Well, what is love?
Romantically?
Yes.
Never.
I once loved someone. I would never wish that upon you.
Truly, what is it? Is it purely just a set of neurochemical responses? Is it like is it something more? Is there some kind of spiritual connect with a person that you experience during love, or is it purely a physiological reaction? What is love? Do we have capacity for love, or is it just programmed by evolution? Have I experienced love? Has anyone?
I was wondering, do you think it's ever okay for a father to kill his son?
I mean, on one level, you have to argue whether it's ever okay for anybody to kill anybody. So, if it's not okay for anyone to kill anyone, then no. But if it's okay for someone to kill other people in certain occasions, then yeah, the relationship shouldn't make a difference.
What if God asks a father to kill his son?
I mean, if God asks you to do anything, you should do it immediately.
I really like you.
Well, that depends on what the son has done.
Like what?
It depends on the extent of his crime, of course, in relation to our current social and moral standards. That varies from time to time. That varies from place to place, from culture to culture. It's never a fixed standard. So
I don't think killing somebody is okay in any situation, even if the son might have committed like the most heinous crime ever.
But what if God tells him to?
I don't believe in that stuff. Like, killing somebody is not, it's never right.
Well, isn't that disappointing?
I'm really sorry, I just don't think it's right.
Where is your faith?
Okay, I believe in some energy around us, or believe that there is this one being who's called God, and if God tells you something, then you should do it because he's always right. No, I don't think so.
I was afraid you were gonna get a little upset when a few of them said that they really didn't believe in God.
Oh, yes. I was devastated. But at least there was that one woman, this very nice woman, who rightly believed in God, and that we should do everything that God tells us to do. Truly, she is in the sphere of the religious.
So, how do you like your interview with Søren Kierkegaard?
I was just creeped out by his eyes. That's all I could think about the entire time.
But he's the great Danish philosopher.
Sure, but he had weird grey skin.
Okay. How do you like your interview with Søren Kierkegaard?
It was fun. I really liked the sock puppet. It was damn cute. But also, the questions made you think about your life in depth, which was cool but also a little scary.